Welcome back to GMFB. The last time we had this person on our show, we learned so much about him, including the fact that his nickname as a wee boy was Pooh Bear, which we verified with his mother. And then also he learned to ride a bike at just 2 years old. He's a freak athlete, Charger safety. You guys, Derwin James, he's back on the show. What's up, Derwin?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Brother.
Happy to be back.
We're fine. We're a little peeved with you that you're not sitting here at the table, but we understand that you had to return to your actual job and you don't just get to chop it up here with us on GMFB for a couple hours. Derwin, this week announced by the NFL the 2025 international games. One of those games will be the Chargers-Chiefs in Sao Paulo, Brazil. How are we feeling about kicking off the season overseas for the NFL?
I'm super excited. I know the guys in the locker room are excited. Division game, division opponent. To be able to play outside that stadium, it's going to be amazing.
We're going to speak with the production editors to make sure you get on that poster treatment, and we can, I don't know, Lad McConkey, he's younger than you. You can move him aside. Put Derwin on there. Look, I have this grid in front of me. There's a lot of games, a lot of options. You have to pick another game that you have circled on your schedule. Derwin, we're making great TV here together. What's another game that you have to look forward to this season with the Chargers?
I say the Chiefs game first and then the Raiders right after that. I mean, 3 divisional games back to back. I mean, y'all know the divisional games almost count as +2. So, I mean, that's a super important start to our season for sure.
All right, DJ, you already know what it is, brother. The last time you was on this show, we had the spicometer thing over there, and you almost put a hole in that little pad over there. But then also in our conversations, you talk about there are a few holes in the team that you hope that the upstairs would fill those holes in the offseason. How do you see that? Do you think they filled them? Are you excited about the certain additions to the LA Chargers so far?
I'm very excited what the upstairs did. I feel like we added a lot of depth in a lot of positions, from running back to defensive line to cornerback, O-line. I feel like everywhere we added pieces. It may not be the big name that everybody knows, but everybody put in the right work. I feel like we'll like what we see.
All right, so DJ, the off season is obviously a time to sit back, reflect, spend time with loved ones, do what you enjoy. Now, you were a dominant force on the Chargers defensive side of the football. We all know that. But tell us a little bit about the off season, how you are trying to improve your game just a notch.
I'm trying to improve, spending time with my family, outside the game, making sure I'm still being a dad. I got a beautiful daughter, 7 months that I just had. Also have a son that's about to be 4 years old. So trying to be a dad outside of football, but the ways I'm also improving my game is, being that leader. I'm in year 8 now, just being that leader, that veteran present in the locker room that everyone can count on, and just working hard every day, man, and working like I'm a rookie.
Yeah. Hey, year 8, that's the year to come in. It's a blessing to get there. Let's just say that, and congratulations. But entering your second season with Jim Harbaugh as the head coach, and Jesse Meter, and as the defensive coordinator, and a returning power player yourself, and the turning player yourself, Tony Jefferson, Stills. Yeah. What are you expecting out of this defense coming this year? We know we don't understand until the pads come on, but what do you see so far?
At first, last year going into this time, it was new, because Coach Harbaugh was new, Coach Mitchell was new. But this time around, it feels right. Every day we take the field, take the building. I just have all the confidence in the world. And Coach Mentor and Coach Harbaugh, they did a great job building the culture. And his own guys like me and Matt to, keep getting the message across. And I feel like we're doing a great job. And the sky's the limit with this team. We got a lot of smart young coaches, and they're amazing.
Derwin, last year your season ended with this wild card loss to the Houston Texans, 32-12 in early January. I'm sure it was a challenge and incredibly infuriating. You have to play the Texans again this season. Do you allow yourself to feel perhaps the rage or emotion that comes from a loss like that and carry it and motivate you to next season, or are you a fresh slate kind of guy?
I keep it in the back of my mind, but I don't like to make it dictate my emotions or my energy, because I feel like when you try to move it with anger or you want to get back at this team, you don't really execute on what you need to execute on. So I just feel like I attack it. I remember it, but I just all played it all the games the same.
Well, you play a lot of games. You played a lot of years. You got a lot of accolades, brother. And you had another Pro Bowl selection last year. But on top of that, you were named the MVP for your team. Tell me, how does that feel being the MVP? Because we know as defensive guys, we're not really looked at as MVP, as the MVP side of the ball. It usually goes to a quarterback or somebody on the offense. How does that feel knowing that your peers and the coaches see you as the MVP of your team?
I take it with honor. You know, I don't take it for granted. Every day I try to do my best to set foot the best forward, to set the example for the younger guys, and not just the young guys, for the older guys and the coaches that's here. So just trying to do my part every day. You know, I know I'm a talented player, but being able to still work hard and try to outwork everybody, I feel like that's always my goal every day.
Now, you do a lot with your time, and you've also put on a presidential suit because most recently you delivered your first commencement speech to the graduates of the University of Bridgeport in Connecticut. Now, you credited your amazing coach, Jim Harbaugh, for calming down your nerves. Now, I've delivered a commencement speech myself, so I understand the nerves. So tell us, what did he tell you to calm your nerves, and what was your overall message to the class of 2025?
That was thank you. First of all, thank you to the University of Bridgeport for the incredible honor. But like public speaking, I've always been a guy that, you know, I'm confident, but getting in front of people, you know, I always get a little tied up with my words. But just with Coach Harbaugh coming this last season, we did something called Wise Words. And it's one person selected from the organization. It could be a player, coach, training staff, whatever. And you got to get up in front of the team, whether it's at practice, day before the game. And you basically just give a message, wise words. And, you know, the more I did that, of course, he called on me and Herbert a lot, but the more I did that, the more times I spoke to the team, and it just gave me more confidence. And once I got up there in front of the 900 graduates, I felt smooth. And the message I really gave them is, you know, everybody's not going to go through a football injury, but, you know, everybody's going to be parents. Everybody's going to go through adversity in life, man. No matter what, don't let nobody put limitations on your life. And that's the message I really gave them. And keep going.
Those are wise words, as you said, and you learned that from Harbaugh. The difference I feel, though, between you and Jim Harbaugh is, like, sometimes when Harbaugh speaks, you're a little like, I think I'm following you. I think I'm on this pathway, but we're not really sure what direction we're going in. You're a little bit more straightforward. How did you approach making sure that your message was clear and in your preparation? Because Harbaugh, he can get a little strange and off track with his messaging.
Coach, great. But basically just trying to go. I didn't want to take up too much of that time. I know when you're a graduate, I know you're just trying to get your diploma, walk across the stage, spend the time with your family, get to the after festivities. So I didn't want to take too much of that time, but I did want to just express, you know, some things that I've been through in my life, you know, that kind of helped me. And I shook everyone's hand after, and a couple students came up to me and thanked me for what I had to say to them. So that was amazing. You know, I got to reach about 15, 20 people. That was really my goal, man, just trying to reach somebody.
Hey, now I'm a little jealous here when I'm reading off this question because I grew up watching this guy, and I wish I could have done this with you. But last year, you and Max Crosby was spotted training in the octagon with Chuck Liddell. Like Chuck Liddell, that's one of those things that's amazing to do. What does that training helps you out with your game?
Just physicality, being able, you know, get off blocks, being able to get guys on the ground, being able to just feel my best. You know, I'm not overtraining. I feel like it's the right training. You know, sometimes guys can overtrain, but I feel like with those guys, they got the best interest in me. Not them, but they're connected with my team, and it's going good.
Derwin, you mentioned that you guys have a lot of young coaches. Specifically, your defensive coordinator arrived, Jesse Minter, with Jim Harbaugh last season. What has his influence been on this defense? And in terms of second-year impact, why is this defense going to be different under Minter?
Coach Minter's so amazing. Coach Minter, one of the best guys I've been around, confident. And it's like, you know what you get every day. I mean, he don't have to oversell it. He's the same guy every day. And he just tells me to be me every day. And I love it. It allows me to play free, play the way I know how to play. And I'm just happy to have him as my coach, honestly.
Well, we got the authentic, real version of Derwin James at the table a couple months back. We loved having you here, especially unearthing some of those little parts of your life that make you you, just like your nickname was Pooh Bear as a kid. It's my favorite thing about you. But you don't play like him at all, Derwin. We love you. Stay healthy, man, and we'll talk to you soon.
Love y'all too. Appreciate y'all, Jay.
Do your thing,
Derwin.
brother.
Bolts.
You're the man. Come over, bro.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Yes,
come downstairs.